Raheem Sterling, he's fourth on the league. He's third in the league. He's third in the league. Raheem Sterling, he's third in the league. Okay, I'm joking. Let's move on from that. Okay, so guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. It's another beautiful day. You're here with me, Patrick, True City fan, straight from Dublin. We're reporting today that Raheem has agreed terms with Chelsea. So it means Raheem is about to leave Man City, going to Chelsea. So guys, get involved with the guys in the chat. So unfortunately, today I couldn't plug this to Twitter. So everybody on
Hello,
Twitter
Patrick.
won't be able to see this. So I couldn't be able to plug it on Twitter.
Hello,
I
Patrick.
forgot. How you doing, Gundo? How you doing, Gundo? So I couldn't plug it on Twitter. So anyway, it's gonna be a YouTube exclusive. We've got so much to talk about. Apart from talking about Raheem, we're also going to talk about Alvarez a bit because today he plays his last game. Yesterday, those pictures of him with the fans from River Plate, they were saying goodbye. So look, we're all here. We're all here. Welcome to you, Gundo. Welcome to you, Adam. Good evening to you guys. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Yeah, it's so good, man. I wanted to do something on Raheem, and because the guy is leaving, so we might as well talk about him. So I'm gonna start with you, Gundo. You've seen the news. Are you satisfied with the money?
Oh yeah, but 55 million.
Yeah, it's
For
55 million. I think it's 10 million add-ons if he performs and the performances are reached.
yeah, definitely good money. Good money. Good money. 1 year left on the contract. 7 years with the club. He's fully amortized. It's just all profit. So yeah, good money.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, Ali. I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. What about yourself, Adam? Are you satisfied with the fee? And are you satisfied with this news that finally it seems everything that people have been speculating that Raheem is leaving? Some people were still doubting, saying maybe he might not leave, but now I think the fans have finally seen the light that Raheem, the dream, has decided to move over to the bridge. So, how do you feel about that yourself? And do you think the price is great?
It's great. I'm happy with the price. If I was happy that it wasn't that stupid price that they came in with first, 34 million. For me, that was a stupid offer. But now that we've got 55 for him, now I think that he's going. I think you begin to see the Cucurella deal pick up pace now.
Yeah, basically that's what the guys were saying. As soon as the Raheem Sterling move was done, I saw the Kukulera deal was being dug up again. So that
That's,
might be good
that's
news for us.
it's similar to what the Gabriel Jesus, where as soon as Gabriel Jesus left, you began to heard the rumors of Calvin Phillips. So that's what I'm saying. Is we could I'm confident that we're probably going to end up getting Cucurella to similar price to what we got. Say Calvin Phillips, say 43 million, and probably something like say 7 million in add-ons, achievable add-ons, or say 42 million, and then something like say 8 million in achievable add-ons. Something like say if he wins the Premier League, you give them say or 2 million or something like that, achievable add-ons.
Yeah. So what about yourself, Gundo, my guy? You say you've already said goodbye to him. Now let's talk about the legacy. You know, when we're saying bye to a player, and I know you've already said goodbye to him, and for the amount of time I have known you as a friend, Gundo, I know if you say it's goodbye, it is goodbye. It means
Yeah.
you've really said goodbye to him. So let's talk about as a player. So what are you gonna miss from him? Let's go with the positive, then we'll go to the negatives.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I'm going to miss Raheem on the right. I've said that many
Yeah.
times. I've always said that the left inverted winger thing probably ended up getting him to leave, frankly,
Yeah.
because that's not his position.
It's
Yeah.
not. He never really liked the left hand side, did he? He
No,
never cooked. Like majority of the
right.
time, he cooked better at the right hand side. Why was that forced? Just okay. Let's talk about that. Why was that a forced situation?
Because Guardiola for some reason wanted to play the way Liverpool wanted to play with Salah and Mane, inverted wingers left and right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you had Aguero injuries, right? Where all of a sudden we didn't have a number 9, so you want to get output from the wings. And the only way to do that is to get your wingers scoring by inverting them because you have a bigger goal to hit and score against. That's why Mane and Salah got a lot of goals, because they invert. And when you invert, the goal is bigger because you're going on your right foot and the angle is wider. If you're natural left and right, you don't have that angle. You're now cornered because all you can do is cross the ball for Aguero to tap in or someone to tap in. That's kind of why. And after a while,
Gundo, just give me a minute. Oh, congrats to we have a new subscriber here. I see the road to 1K is working. It started from
Thank you
1.6,
very
now
much.
we're 1.46. Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And it looks like Ali, this is one of yours. So thank you, Ali, for shooting. Blue Studio, I'm gonna send you the link. Continue cooking, Gundo.
Yeah. So I'm going to miss Raheem on the right. I'm going to miss Raheem, his ability to kind of run 1v1 with people and beat them. I'm going to miss those things. That's what I can say about him. I wanted him to stay. I felt that he still had something to prove. I don't think he has competition on the right. I think if he had buckled down and stayed, he would have gotten his right foot, right position back, especially with Haaland coming. So I'm disappointed to see him leave in this way. But time is time. You got to refresh the squad. You got to move on. You have to build for the future. You can't hold on to the past. And good luck to him at Chelsea. Yeah, those are the positives.
Okay, that makes. What about yourself, Adam? What are you gonna miss from Raheem? Let me ask you this though: do you think Raheem is a city legend?
To be honest,
Adam,
I know I'm gonna get a lot of stick from people, but I wouldn't classify him as a legend. To be honest with you, I get what he's done, but yeah, he's a great player. But to give him legendary status,
No,
I would say no.
it's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
legend.
to be honest with
Not
you,
a legend. A legend. See, let's be clear, Patrick. When we talk about legend, a legend is company. A legend is Fernandinho. Fernandinho, who was sitting on the bench as captain, who was dropped from many games because there were other players there. He still stayed. He still fought. If you watch the documentary recently by City Plus, you see him talking to Kaiki, talking about how to suffer, how to work hard, talking to Edison. That's a legend. David Silva, legend, stayed. All the legends that we've had, most of them have gone off on a free transfer. Yaya Toure, David Silva, Vincent Kompany, Fernandinho, Sergio Aguero. Those are 5 legends that I know who that said, you know what, you've done your time. Here's a bonus for you. We'll let you go on a free transfer. You can do whatever you want to do. Right now, for me, I wanted that for Raheem. Right, and I think that given a few more years, we'd have got that. But for me, he's not a legend, in my opinion. He's just not a legend.
G Certified is G Certified. Welcome to the show, and guys, thank you very much to all the guys who are subscribing. As yesterday, I was down by 160 to get to 1K. Now we're on 146, 145 now. After my Muslim brother Denise just subscribed just now. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Let's continue supporting. Get your boy to 1K. Before I bring the Chelsea fan who is twerking for Raheem all of a sudden now, let's talk to G Certified. G Certified. I was asking the lads if Raheem is going to be regarded as a legend. They're saying no, we can't just be throwing that word around. They're talking about people like Fernandinho, people like Kompany, people like David Silva, who almost retired at the club or only left after years and years of service. So what do you think yourself? Because I know you feel different.
Yeah, God, can you guys hear me first of all?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Your mic is better today. Your mic is better.
My mic's better. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Because yo, bro, you know me, man. I had to make sure my mic's working, man. Talking about this, man. You know what I mean? I had to make sure.
I know. After you wrote me that status saying like I can't miss this, I knew that you were not gonna let Gundo cook alone today.
Hey, I can't let him cook alone, but nah, man. Obviously, you know.
Me, I've already done my cooking already for today.
I know Gundo and
you cooked well. You cooked well, Adam. You cooked well.
I know Gundo and Adam. Well,
This Adam, what you started today is the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Oh
the whole day today, the whole bloody day today, my phone has been ringing because of that status you put. Anyway, we digress. Let's move on. Certified, go ahead. Let's not let the Liverpool fans come and attack us online now. Certified, go ahead. Well, what do you think of Raheem? Is he a city legend?
End of the show.
Yeah,
we will. Is he a city legend?
For me, he's a city legend. And I understand the Fernandinho, but we got to remember where we're like this club that, you know, obviously the history of this club where we've been to the progression where he's took this club as well. He's been a part of that. You know, we can't act like we're Barcelona where we have to compare people to Ronaldinho, Messi, all these guys. You know what I mean? When you start comparing our elite or the elite, you start looking at some of our older players, your Summer Bees and Common Bells and all that. I know it's harder to compare, but when you actually look at it on paper, no winger in our club history has ever been a top 3 winger in the world, arguably top 2. And for me, Raheem Sterling's been there. He's already been one of the best in the world. He's been in the top 50 for the Ballon d'Or things. He's been there. Last year, I think he finished in the top 20. So Raheem Sterling, the thing is with Sterling is that I can understand because he jumped from Liverpool, then he came and now he's jumping to Chelsea. So that's obviously going to dent your status a bit. But I'm not saying that he's bigger than Frank Lampard, but you look at when Lampard left to go to us. So when you look at other legends go to other teams, or, you know, Peter Schmeichel came to us from Man United, you know, Andy Cole came to us from Man United. You know, these guys are still legends over there. So for me, the whole idea of him jumping ship, that isn't really the problem for me. I think that as it's already been quoted, he wanted to stay, but we didn't want to give him the minutes. And football for these guys is a short career. They're not gonna wait. If you're gonna say that you don't want them, then they'll find a different option. And I think for Sterling, Chelsea had all his needs. He grew up in London, that's his home. He's staying in England, you know, that's his home as well. He's staying next to his friends because you'll have friends there. You'll have Reece James, Mason Mount, you know, all these guys there. So you'll want to stay near them. So I think for me, yeah, he's a legend, man. If you look at if I go through the seasons from 17, 18, for example, you know, obviously the 100-point season was unbelievable, you know, and there wasn't really one player that can say that season. It was a collective. But Raheem Sterling, he scored winners. You know, Huddersfield comes to mind away, Southampton at home. You know, then I look at the domestic treble season, scored the penalty to win us the League Cup final. Without that penalty, if he misses and we go out, fine margins, we don't have the domestic treble. It ends in a double. And then 1920, obviously, that was his best season, stats-wise at least. You know, carried the team, him and Kevin De Bruyne that season. Without them two, we could have finished even further behind. And then obviously the last couple of seasons, and don't forget the Champions League goal. Like it was offside, they said, against Tottenham. But for me, that goal was onside. And if that goal stayed onside, this whole conversation, I think, would have been a different topic, you know. And so for me, I look at Raheem Sterling, and I think he's been very, very unlucky with some of the goals. Like last season, the one against Liverpool, that was onside for me. That should have won us the title at the Etihad with games to go. But then that's another one of his goals that have been choked off. So I think we're forgetting he has had a lot of clutch moments, some that have been clutch and some that should have been clutch, but they haven't been because they've been ruled apparently offside.
Okay, let me read the comments before you go on. So Daniel, welcome to the channel, Daniel. Channel Daniel that rhymes. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Big up guys. Sad to see Sterling leaving, but at the same time, I don't want the player in the squad who pushes for a move. That's fair. I remember seasons ago, Raheem went to those rumors that he went to the dressing room and told Pep that I want to play. Remember? Then they had a fallout or something, and then he was benched for a few games. Good evening, Charlie, man. Charlie, how you doing, man? Charlie, I envy you. Don't forget to send me those videos when you go see the signings on Sunday. Dennis, thanks for subbing, man. Salam alaikum to you, brother. Charlie says, wow, Sterling is 100% certified legend at City. Yeah, certified agrees with you. A legend doesn't need to be a leader. That's to you, Carl. Have you seen what he's done for City? We understand what he's done for City. The guys who continue cooking. Yeah. I have subscribed to, bro, even though I'm a Liverpool fan. Sterling is underappreciated. Thank you very much, Chensos, man. Guys who are on Twitter watching, like the video, everybody. And guys, I'm trying to get to 1K. I'm just 146 away. After Chenso, just subscribe. I'm 145 now. Get your man to 1K. Get your man to 1K. Let's like the video. Like the video. It's not free.
I mean, to be honest with you, with Sterling, I like Sterling. You know, I've always said Sterling, yeah, he does what I want him to do. He runs at his man. And my grudge with Riyad Mahrez is that it may sound me being harsh on Riyad Mahrez, but with Sterling, you get what you want with him. He goes at his man. and he's not afraid to go at his man with his pace. But
Yeah.
Mahrez's issue is that when he comes up against a low block team, it does not work because Mahrez is like, I'm not being rude, but it's too predictable. Yeah, is
Yeah, but at the same time, Adam,
you could be a shit defender like Harry Maguire, and you would know, yeah, where Riyad Mahrez is gonna be, is because he would just easily cut it onto his left foot. But with the thing that I like about Sterling is that he's not afraid to go at his man and take his man on. That's what I say, that when it comes to a low block team, yeah, I'd rather us start Sterling over Riyad Mahrez. But
yeah.
I get that a lot of people tell me, oh, why is that? But I say to them, listen, Mahrez, when it comes to a low block team, he does not work. It's too predictable with Mahrez. But when you put Sterling against a low block team, you have more width. But with Mahrez, they push him into the center.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me. I mean, just to retort to Certified. I mean, the guy Sterling is good, but for me, he's not a legend, right? I mean, the problem I have with Sterling was and is a couple of things, right? Number one is Jesus is gone, which means that your competition on the right is limited to Mahrez and Palmer, maybe Alvarez. You're an England boy, you're a legend in England. Fight for your spot, man. What are you doing? You're going to go to Chelsea and then start all over again. And then if you miss a chance, we know what's going to end up happening, right? Fight for your spot. Nobody's guaranteed game time at City. No one's guaranteed game time. You perform, you play. You don't perform, you leave. I remember the press conference, Patrick, when they were accusing Guardiola of Sterling not getting game time. And he said in the press conference, quote, I started him in the Champions League final. I trusted him in the Champions League final. And guess what? In that start in the final, guess who left, who wasn't playing? Fernandinho and who? And Rodri. Why? Because Pep wanted to play Raheem Sterling. It was the only change that he made in the final. Semi-final, Sterling didn't play. Quarterfinal, Sterling didn't play. The only change he made was to trust Sterling in the final and drop the two holding midfielders. So when they asked him about Sterling not playing, he said, I trusted him in the final. What do you mean? So for me, where are you going, dude? They gave you a contract. It's not Kevin De Bruyne level. You're not Kevin De Bruyne level. You're not. You're not Kevin De Bruyne level. But
I think that's the issue. You're right. He's not that level. He's not level. Yeah.
You're not Kevin De Bruyne level. Let's be clear. You are not KDB level. Okay. When we talk about legends, right? In Pep's eyes, right? In Pep's mind, right? You got to finish your dinner. Pedro, Messi, Villa, Eto'o, all these boys finish their dinner. In front of the goal, there is no mess. Lewandowski, right? Marco Roy, all these guys clean up. There is no 1v1 miss, and then you're kind of holding your nah. Right? Pep's philosophy is, I will get you to the final third. In the final third, you got to clean up and eat your dinner. There is no 1v1 Leon miss or Wolves when you hit your balls on the goalpost. Right? So for me, if you won't sign, good luck to your Chelsea.
Carl, to be honest with you, could it also be a lack of confidence? But the thing that I don't understand is because for me it's weird because you know why I say it's weird, because when Arteta was there, the same chances that he's missing, when Arteta was there, he was scoring them. I don't know what it is. Like,
okay,
I'm so surprised. Like,
Adam and Carl, I'm gonna let you finish. Let me just read these comments, and I can go to you guys, and I can go to the Chelsea fan who was smiling this whole time as you guys are arguing. Okay.
Yeah, we lost you. Volume.
Okay, Statman Stubbs football channel. How you doing, Steve? Man, appreciate it. Guys, who go follow Statman Stubb is a good Liverpool channel. Featured a few times with him, rattled him a few times, but it's all love. Charlie says, spot on G certified. Charlie's with you. Chainsaws DH says Man City is back of England. Okay, so Charlie says, unbelievable that you guys think he's not a legend, Carl, Patrick, and Adam. We'll give you an answer in a few minutes. Pep has established Man City as a great club now. That's true. Coming from a Liverpool fan, I appreciate that. Can you see my comments? Here, Charlie, I can see your comments. It's just let him 100% decertified facts. Charlie says he agrees with you. Sterling was worth the investment for City. That's a smart saying, Chainsaw. Guys, before you finish, let me just finish the comments so that you guys can speak freely. I think we brand the term legend too much. I might
Exactly.
agree with that.
He's
Staying his
good.
class and on his day is unplayable, but he still has flaws in his game. Great player, but not a legend for me. That's for my Liverpool fans.
That's
Yeah, I
Start man
that's
agree with that.
stops.
that
Me,
Wait,
that's the
wait,
same.
chill. Let me finish this. Let me just finish this because people are complaining. My Norway flag alive today, Charlie. Well done, man. Well done. I hope you wear it on the 10th when Haaland comes in. Some people in the British media hate Raheem Sterling. Imagine the stress and suffering Sterling went through, especially being verbally attacked by Chelsea fans too. That's
mm,
true, Chenso. He was attacked. Patrick, I'm not new to the channel. I am Daniel Norman. I know, Daniel, it's you. I was talking about Chenso. I was talking
mm.
about Chenso. I just changed my name to Daniel. No, Daniel, I know, and we talk a lot on Twitter. So McLovin says, "What's up, guys? Late, but I'm glad I made it." No, you made it, man. It's just like a few minutes in. So let me just read a few more because I'm about to finish here. Sterling is direct type of player who is useful. Yeah, he's going to be useful for
Yeah.
Chelsea. Don't think we're comparing Raheem to Mahrez. Yeah. JUV. Nah, if Mahrez gives 100%, he's unplayable. That's true. He is unplayable. Sterling always puts himself in good position. That's why he gets a lot of chances. That's a good one by Abdu. Somebody told me that the reason why Raheem is criticized, he puts himself in good spaces, but he can't finish his
Patrick,
foot.
just
Yeah,
on that point, very
yeah,
quickly. Okay, the reason
yeah.
why Sterling gets in those positions because Pep has coached the team to get him to that position.
There's a question for you here, Carl, too. Once you're talking.
He scored a lot, right? But you know the disappointment with it, Charlie. He could have scored 10 times more goals. That's a disappointment because Guardiola tells you, "I will get you to the final third. It is your job to finish." Imagine how many goals he would have gotten if he had finished his dinner. That's a frustration. Look, if Pep wanted to keep this guy, Pep would have kept him.
Yeah.
Right? So let's be clear. If Guardiola wanted to keep him and he felt that this guy is like Bernardo, he ain't going anywhere because Pep wants him, right? De Bruyne is not going anywhere. Foden is not going anywhere, right? Because Guardiola knows that these guys are integral to my system. Pep is saying by letting Sterling go, he can go. I can find somebody else to train them to finish. I can do so. So while we appreciate what he's done, I thank you for what he's done, I'm excited about what happens tomorrow with a new formation, with Alvarez, with Haaland, with Foden, with Grealish, with all these guys up front, with Mahrez, with whoever's coming in again. I'm excited about the new dynamism. I cannot cry for a player who refused to sign a contract for a club he says he loves. I just can't. We thank you
Yeah,
for his
that's
service.
that
We appreciate his
that's the
energy.
other yeah, that's the other thing. Let me just read this. Sterling went stale for City, best for both sides that he leaves. City get what 40 plus million can make the squad better with Cucurella as much needed left back.
Yeah,
Best
yeah.
for both parties. And here is another comment by Centurions 100. I haven't seen you, man. Centurions 100 point for a long time. Raheem is not a City legend. The word getting thrown out a lot these days is a good business. What it is good. What is a good business? My only problem is we need to replace him. Yeah, let's keep going. When did Khan says when did you start supporting City? Let's not ask each other childish questions, Khan. I'm tired of listening to such questions. Fozi says, "Are you going to miss Sterling?" Yes, I'm going to miss him, Fozi.
That's a good
But
question.
the thing is, we cannot cry for we cannot cry. I'm gonna ask the panel, but let's go to Abdullah, who is very happy. Abdullah, welcome, man. Chelsea fan.
How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. You see, the problem with it is, I'm very happy that we are getting Raheem Sterling because in Chelsea, we've missed a player that can beat opposition 1v1. And since Eden Hazard in Chelsea Football Club, we don't have that player that can just take the ball and tell you, I don't give a heck about you. I'm going to beat you. That is Raheem Sterling. Yes, he might miss chances, but I don't think Tuchel is dumb enough to put him as a striker because Tuchel knows, okay, I know we're having difficulties in unlocking low blocks. That is where Raheem Sterling comes in because now you're bringing him in to unlock low blocks, and it's very good 1v1. When you give Raheem Sterling the ball, he is good 1v1. People doesn't rate him that highly. That guy is good 1v1. And if you look at Chelsea right now, Timo Werner is a break. Messi, man, I don't want to talk. Hakim Ziyech, oh my Lord in heaven. I don't want to. I do not want to comment on that because those are just road runners without brain, no brain at all. That is what is annoying me because right by bringing in Sterling now, you're bringing in different opposition player who can beat player 1v1 is very direct. That's why I'm happy because now we have a player who can say, okay, I can trust if we're having difficulties in low block, I can trust this person to kind of okay let's go one-on-one with opposition. It will beat you. That's why I'm hoping and praying we should get Dembele as the number 2. So we have Raheem Sterling on the in the right and Dembele on the left. Now Chelsea will be back fully because now we have 2 players who can kill opposition one-on-one.
Are you serious about Dembele? A guy who comes late for training, a guy who's always injured, a guy rumored that he was playing FIFA late night in the morning and Call of Duty, and you want that player at your club?
Dembele is a matured man. He's married.
Abdullah, you know what I've got to say to you? If you get Dembele, you better have the best health insurance because this guy will spend more time in an NHS bed than they kicking the football. He spent 2 years injured out in Barcelona.
I know, but I understand what it's in terms of him being injured. But I also believe that I think with a better environment and kind of better mentality around him, I think that will change. Because if you look at Barcelona, yes, he's been injured for like 4 or 5 years right now. Yes. But look at him last season under Xavi with a better environment, better manager who understands the way he wants to play.
Yeah. So wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Let's. You're there. Obviously, you're excited about Raheem. That's why you're sitting as if you're in a big office, with your hoodie on. But we are not going to listen to you talk nonsense about like Dembele. Are you sure Dembele 2022? You know that this player is frustrating, right? And you want to bring him in a team where you've already been frustrated by Lukaku, who is smiling now after he finessed you. He's at Inter. So you want to bring in Dembele, who's a troublemaker. Why don't you go for somebody else? Why don't you try to work on Werner? Why don't you try to work on Timo Werner, Ziyech?
Okay, let me respond to that. Dembele is a difference maker, and I need the difference maker in Chelsea. We don't have a difference maker. The last player we have in a difference maker is Eden Hazard, and he left us. So Raheem Sterling coming in is a difference maker because he can unload low blocks. And you see Timo Werner, he's just a runner. I call him IWAF, Inter Sports runner. He runs, exchange battles from runner. You see those when Usain Bolt and other guys run, the exchange battles. That's what Timo Werner is. No skills, no nothing, just run. Messi Mount is the same thing. He will just run. Final third, or your pass. He will shoot. You're gonna get the ball from Madugo Real Estate. That's Messi Mount for you. And I think Ziyech is a left footer. As a defender, I know how to mark him because I know he's a left footer. I don't need to do anything.
Abdullah, so how come? Question for him, just curious. So Hakim Ziyech was balling at Ajax, got to UCL semi-final. He was amazing. Timo Werner was amazing in Germany. Lukaku was amazing at Inter Milan. All of a sudden they come to Chelsea and they're all rubbish. What is it? Is it them or is it the manager?
It is the club. It is the club. It is the club, Chelsea.
Hey, Patrick, somebody must have did juju on that club.
It's a serious question because all these players that we just talked about. I mean, in when they were in their former clubs, they were. I mean, these guys were top.
Yeah, they were balling. I agree, completely agree. That's why I said. Carl, I'm happy. Marina Gonaskia stepped down. Peter Cech stepped down. Bruce Box stepped down because those are the enemies in Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I will say the truth out. People doesn't want to hear the truth. Those are the people taking us backward because you can't have Gonaskia Cech in the club. You are buying the Jeliboti. Baba Ramon, Bakayoko into the club. And you are telling me to go.
What about the three we just mentioned? What about Werner, Lukaku, and what's his name? Ziyech. These guys were ballers at their clubs.
For me, well, see, this is the problem now. When Lampard came in under Conte, Sarri, these are different managers with different style of play. Lampard coming, I did not know style of play when Lampard wants to play. Now he got the backing. You got him for Hakim Ziyech, you got him for Timo Werner and Lukaku. They bought in another club. When you are coming in, this is where the board needs to understand that.
No, Abdullah, you know I've realized as well. You know Marina, she's a bit stupid. You've got shit players like Alonso. A club will come and offer you say 10 million, and then you're holding out, and you're holding out for say 15 or 20 million extra, 10 million or 5 million. It don't make sense. You know the guy's shit. Just tell him.
Sell him. Let him go.
That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, that's what I don't understand. You know the guy's shit. Yeah. The club offers you 10 million and you're haggling over what? Say 5 million, 10 million. Selling the guy's shit. Big deal.
That's why I'm happy that Ganaskia has left. Cech is followed. Bruce are gone. I'm happy. I'm even the happiest guy as a Chelsea fan because those are the people taking us backward. We're not going forward with them. And I've been crying since 2015 that these people need to just leave my club. Just go. We need a fresh air. At Timo Werner accusation go. Yes, they brought in their other club. But what is their side in terms of, okay, I bring this player to the club. Going forward, what would they impact for me? Because they didn't impact much in terms of this is what the money. Because I keep telling people, Lampard doesn't have the style of play.
Abdullah, there's a question for you right here from Faba. There's a question for you right here. It says, my question is, is Thomas sure that Raheem will do miracles for us? So somebody from Chelsea is asking that, do you think Thomas is sure about this Raheem move? Did Thomas want this Raheem move? Was it him who was demanded for Raheem, or it's just happened?
No, it wasn't.
So answer this. Is he sure that's going to do miracles for you guys?
Patrick, this is my see, in terms of the way I view football, I'm different. I'm a different kind of person in terms of other Chelsea fans. Other Chelsea fans, they have shoko in their head. They will not see. Most of them started watching football in 2019 and 20. And I keep telling people, when you have a player like Raheem, yes, it will miss chances, which I will get mad at it also too. But the advantage Raheem Sterling has is it can beat opposition 1v1. We have problem in unlocking low blocks. Sterling can do that. Simovena cannot do that. Ziyech cannot do that. Messi can do that. Odoi can do that, but it's inconsistent. But Sterling has been doing that on a consistent level, over and over and over. So Tuchel wanting it, I can understand.
But isn't Chelsea's problem? I'm just thinking about the reason for, and I get the reason why Chelsea pick up Raheem Sterling, because anybody who wants him right in their team, he can't go to Liverpool. He's not going to go to United. Barcelona can't afford him. Real Madrid already have, so the only option he had really was Chelsea. Bayern Munich have Sadio Mane. So, but Chelsea's problem last season was not creating chances; it was finishing. Was finishing, right?
Yeah.
So you go for Raheem Sterling, who we know creates chances, but is not finish is not his strongest suite or strongest spot. Is the objective to get a Lewandowski to support him? What? Because you need a finisher, right? If not, you have Kai Havertz again.
Yeah, this is where I said I think the way Tuchel wants to play, he doesn't want a point number 9. He wants movement in the front three, where Sterling and Kai Havertz could exchange in terms of switching of position. And this is why I said I've watched Tuchel play in our club and I've seen him improve players a lot in terms of the defending and we can talk about attacking, but Tuchel knows how to improve players, and I've seen him does that. So the way Pep Guardiola plays is different, because Pep will tell you, I want you to hold on to that ball. You must not lose that ball. That is Pep, because is a man who loves to have a position of the ball. He wants to play style of play. Tuchel is different. Tuchel doesn't really care much about you holding on to the ball, but he wants you to be very direct, and he wants you to be very intelligent when you move the ball. Very fast, quick, direct, and intelligent. You have to know what you're doing when you play with Thomas Tuchel. That's the difference between him and Pep Guardiola. And that's why I'm saying, him coming to Chelsea, he will succeed in Chelsea because he has manager who will tell you.
I hope so, Abdullah. I really hope so, because
this is what I've seen Tuchel play, and I've seen the way Tuchel implement his style. He will tell them, I don't want to hold on to the ball too much. Just be direct. That is Raheem Sterling for you.
Patrick, my fear is that, and I've messaged two of my very close Chelsea fans. One of them said, this thing we're not sure with the Sudan de Luco is that if this guy goes there and does what he does for us in like Lyon game, Wolves game, they will destroy him. I'm telling you, man. They have Chelsea fans. I like them for one thing. They don't take any slack for nonsense. They don't play around like City fans who have some compassion and we all back the player and we say, okay, try again next time. These guys will slaughter him like they slaughtered Lukaku back to Inter Milan. The problem with him is that where is he going to go? They have no patience. So he's going to have to step up his game, because if he misses 1v1 in the Champions League at Stamford Bridge,
I'm going to throw it to G Certified. G Certified, there's a lot of questions here. There's a question that was by Fozzy. Fozzy, man, thank you, Fozzy. Fozzy is also a good channel, Liverpool fan, good friend of mine. You see, guys, people think I don't have Liverpool fans on my friends. So there's a question for you here, Certified. I'm pretty sure this is perfect for you. Are you going to miss Raheem, Certified?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to miss Sterling, man. I'm going to miss him because I think that, listen, the Chelsea fans, they're going to be a little bit wild, man, you know, like if he misses a chance. But I just think that most of the fan bases have fans like that are, especially even if you go Barcelona, Real Madrid and all that, you're going to have people are going to hate you. So I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be a big miss. And for me, as I said before, when Mane left Liverpool, that was a big advantage for us. That was a big advantage. I'm not going to lie. When the day Mane left Liverpool, that was a huge advantage. Now we're selling Sterling, it's not a big advantage no more. Trust me, I will not be surprised if Liverpool either beat us to the title or they're very, or we're going to another title race by
goodness me,
25 points.
it's like-
No, I'm being real, bro. Because at the end of the day,
Wait a minute. Are you saying just because we've lost Raheem and Jesus? But I thought Raheem and Jesus have been replaced by Alvarez and Haaland, who seem
If
to be
we're-
better.
if
we
we're
could
over
always
reliant, I'm
we
not
could
too
always
sure.
sign the sponsorship with the NHS.
That's it. If I finish, I'm curious.
I'm not. I'll never know about Alvarez. I'm not gonna be sure like how he's gonna get in straight away, so I won't speak too much on Alvarez, right? But if we're
Yeah.
too over reliant on Riyad Mahrez to get through a season, and he just picks up one injury, and then we're trying to switch with Foden to right wing, Jack Grealish left wing, or we're bringing in Cole Palmer, and we're doing all this madness while they're keeping their team like they did last season, game in, game out. Diaz, Nunes, Salah, Diaz, Nunes, week in, week out, those three are playing. I'm telling you, I will not be surprised because remember, fine margins. Remember the league last season. It was fine margins.
And
It was
the reason
fine
why it
margins.
was fine margins.
But then,
certified-
okay, then G-certified. What if
The reason
we
why it
do
was
bring?
fine
What
margins,
if,
Adam, right? It's because Sterling missed a boatload of chances.
but
Right?
G-certified.
You're
Say
telling me-
what if we
you're
do
telling
end
me,
up
right?
getting Gnabry for that
Well, let's
35
forget,
million?
let's forget Gnabry for it. Let's just forget Gnabry for a moment.
Yeah.
Just one moment, right? You're telling me that what we've seen from Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez, and Phil Foden as a front three is less than Raheem Sterling, false nine, and Jack Grealish?
And hey, if the players are not able to run enough, we could always have a sponsorship with the NHS.
See, the thing
Like
about this
some
is,
club do.
I think what we forget is that Guardiola has been coaching high-level football for decades. He knows it's time to refresh. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson got rid of bloody what's his number 7 guy? What's his name?
Ronaldo and all that.
Ronaldo got rid of Beckham, right? Beckham was a star of England. How could you get rid of Beckham? Got rid of him. Won Premier League titles because these guys know when to refresh, right?
Yeah,
I'm backing the manager to know when time is up.
But for
I mean,
me, it wasn't like Pep Guardiola. For me, I think it looks like we didn't want to sign him, but it's literally being said that they did want to give him a new contract. There was plenty of contracts that we tried, so we did try and keep him. It's not like we just tried to let him go and everybody was happy to let him go. There was contract on the table, 320k a week, more than he's earning at the minute. But the thing that he wanted to wasn't about the money; it was about the game time.
Yeah, but you can't guarantee him game. You can't guarantee anybody game time. So if you guarantee him game time and De Bruyne comes in or Gundogan comes in, what do you do then? What do you tell them then? Everybody's guaranteed game time.
For me, I just think that we need at least now. We need to go. Let's say we lose Sterling, Jesus. We need to go out and get one more attacker. I think if Haaland gets injured, which is I do think he'll improve with our medical stuff because I do think we've got good medical stuff. But if that guy gets injured, I
think the one factor that I have that I'm not worried about any of this is one factor alone. It's Pep Guardiola. He will find a solution to whatever we need. That is the X factor. I mean, there was a presentation by Tifo Football where they talked about the Erling Haaland deal, how it happened. They said two factors. Number one, that was that Haaland was not going to get as much game time, so he could rest. And number two, the pull of Guardiola to solve problems. That's the factor. You don't win 98 points, 99 points, 100 points, whatever it is that we have without that guy. We just don't. So
Okay, guys.
He'll find a solution.
Okay, cool. So let's go on a commercial break. Gunda, I'll let you finish. So there's Chenso's DH says yes, Dane was still for City, perfect transfer window to sell him. And then the other question we already answered. Marina is always a scapegoat. That's for somebody says City in the mud because Raheem is leaving.
Let me answer that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You see, the problem as a Chelsea fans is we all say Marina is a scapegoat, but I keep saying it. I love Roman for me. And when you bring him again, I can understand that. But people cannot tell me in Chelsea Football Club where Michael Emenalo left, there's no way we cannot bring in a sporting director. And Roman himself promoted Marina from a job to become the boardroom in terms of negotiation deals. I cannot accept that as a fan because that was when there's a loophole in that club when you bring in another sporting director to work to solve that loophole. But we don't bring in any sporting director. We left it late. Well, okay, gonna see how you continue the job. Can someone tell me a footballing brain she has in bringing players in? She doesn't have it. So when they call her scapegoat, I'm like, why is it scapegoat? because she negotiated
I,
deals.
I think some people just liked her by how she was, but most of the times, if we're being real, she just paid what somebody asked for. I never knew what negotiating was. Do you get my point? Is she had the money, so she would say if somebody's 60, she was paying the 60. So she's just fast because she went to your table and gave you what you asked for. I never heard once where there's a player that's rated 60 and she came back with 40. She always went to pay what is asked for. Fair play to her. She was a woman of no nonsense. She said, I don't want to waste my time. I'll go straight. Welcome, Veta. Let me just read this. No matter how bad ZH and Werner are at Chelsea, they have a UCL winners medal, unlike a guy who wore number 10 at City. Good for you, Khan. It looks like you want to waste your time on the City stream. Welcome, man. It's all love. Continue watching. City always buy the league. Huh?
Let me quickly respond to that guy that says, see, the problem with it is when people say a Champions League that, and I keep telling people, if not Thomas Tuchel that came in between December and January, I don't think Chelsea should be in competition of winning the UCL. Because sometimes in the UCL, you need luck sometimes to be on your side to win that year. And I keep telling people, Manchester City winning the league 4-5 in a row. That is something because Pep is, I call him a madman because that guy knows how to win trophies. So it maybe have an issue in terms of UCL. I can understand that. I can banter some fans and everything. I get that. But Ziyech and Timo Werner winning that, I'm sorry. Do you know how many chances Timo Werner missed in Chelsea? In the final, he missed three. He missed three in that final. Three chances.
And let's not forget Rudiger, who blocked Foden's tap in. So look, as Abdullah is telling you, you can come here and banter, or by all means go ahead banter. I'm also a troll myself on Twitter. If you want to go troll to troll, find me on Twitter. We can troll each other. Go ahead, we'll entertain you for the meantime. Fozi, man, how you doing? Fozi is also another Liverpool friend of mine. He's got a very good channel. Fozi has got a very humble, good channel. It says, big up, bro, love the channel. Come on, subscribe, people, to 1K. So, guys, we want to get to 1K, and I'm thinking, I'm loving this love. As soon as I asked for 1K, you guys are just subscribing. My phone is just going crazy. So, I appreciate that, man. I'm humbled by the love. So, all the guys watching on Twitter, please comment, get involved. Subscribe to the channel, get me to 1K. So I can start wearing Gucci. Okay, cool. So there's a comment here. City winning the trophy next season. Maya says yes. Can I now, Veta, since you came in, do you want to answer that? Are City winning the trophy next season?
Which trophy?
I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Premier League.
Well, look at the question, Vader. It says, "Are City winning a trophy next season?" I think he's probably
that's what I mean. When it was like a trophy, I'm like,
them, right?
Okay. Let's open the Pandora's box. I know we're talking about Raheem the Dream going, but look, sometimes on this channel we are very popular to divert away from the topic. So Vader, take it away. Are City winning a trophy next season after 100%. Buying Haaland and all these people?
So. I prefer to comment on Haaland choosing to come to City versus us buying Haaland. But yes, City will be winning a trophy next season. There is a innate desire within the Manchester City fans, within the club, within the manager, within the owners that only demand the best. And they want to make the best possible. We've never won 3 in a row. I think that the fans themselves are going to be amped up for it. I think the club know what that means in terms of history for the club to be able to win back-to-back EPL trophies, titles. And I think that is huge. If you have the dry eraser board and you're writing down your missions and objectives, that's one of them, and I think that's the one we're going after. That's
cool.
One of.
Yeah, that's cool. And anyway, guys, there's about 50 to 60 of you watching the vid. Don't be that guy. I used to be that guy when I used to watch YouTube videos. Like the vid. The guys are cooking. Like the vid. 60 of you. Let me not start exposing you. 60 of you. You in the background over there, please like the vid. It's not hard for you to like the vid. So Khan, when we get a UCL, will you cry? Khan is being roasted in the chat. Big up. Saw you on Rich Sports. Yeah, how you doing, man? I was on Rich Sports yesterday. Stayed there until 1 a.m. It was a very long stream. So City might struggle next season. Bernardo leaving, that's a lie. Jesus gone. Look, Jesus had to go because Alvarez and Haaland. This just shows. Do you watch Man City, man? I just want to ask you. No offense, you watch Man City might struggle for the league if they don't bring another attacker in. Cow, do you want to answer this guy, please? Because I don't get where he's coming from.
Let me answer this question for you guys. Okay, so let's just do two things. Okay, if you haven't watched Julian Alvarez play, I strongly recommend that you watch this kid play. I mean, seriously recommend that you watch him play. Not only when he's winning, but also when he's losing.
I think he's playing tonight, bro. I think he's actually playing tonight. Sorry,
tonight. And just watch him. Just watch this kid. If you're a City fan, I ask you, I plead of you, I beg you, watch his final game tonight. Okay? Don't watch the goals. Watch the movement and watch the touches on the ball. This kid is the real deal. I mean, there's a reason why we got him early. There's a reason why we're bringing him early back to the club to play in preseason. This kid, I'm telling you, reminds me of Aguero and Tevez combined. Work rate, slick on the ball, passing, and he's finishing. Nobody scored double hat tricks in the whole of Argentina league ever. I'm talking about ever. Kid scored 6 goals in like 20 minutes in Argentina. Now, I know it's Argentina league. People say it's bad. Football is football, right? And then they add on top of that Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, who we know scores goals. Are you telling me?
Gundo, can I ask you, does the pitch and the goal change when you go somewhere else?
No, it doesn't, right? Are you telling me that Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling an upgrade to Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez? I don't think so.
You know what? This shows. I'm gonna go to you, Adam, because I know you like answering trolls. This shows majority of people just hate on City without knowing. You see, Abdullah, it looks like majority of fan bases out there don't watch City, don't watch what City is doing. People don't understand. When Raheem went, yes, certified is right. Raheem is going to be missed. There's a lot of speed that is going right now. When Sané left, speed left. In the 2 wings, there used to be speed merchants, which obviously troubled a lot of defenders. Now he's going. But Alvarez and Haaland were the ones that came in. This is the reason why Jesus and Raheem have looked at it and said, Alvarez and Haaland are coming in. We're going to have to struggle now because these are clinical guys. Now what City has done is they've brought people who don't miss. If they miss, they really miss. So this behavior from some people, I'm not going to hate on you. Look, football is banter. I love football banter. If you want to come banter, we'll banter at each other. We can go all night long. I am very press resistant, so we can go on. If you want to play that game, we'll play that game. Haaland is more clinical than Jesus. Alvarez, by the looks of it, is more clinical than Raheem. I might be wrong, but G-Certified is right. The thing about Raheem is he's Premier League proven, so we don't know what we're gonna get from Alvarez. But there's a reason why we're replacing them. Look, me and G can agree. I'm gonna go to Adam then G. We can agree. If we bring somebody like Nabri, obviously the club has denied, but if we bring another speed merchant, I'm going to be happy. But so far, I'm still happy with what the team has. What were you about to say, Abdullah?
You see, I already told Carl already. Carl knows my content, and I say it again. I'm forfeiting the Premier League once it starts, and I already told Carl. He asked me and said, "You are bringing in a specimen in Haaland. I'm already forfeiting the league already." I see. I'm not gonna buy any shirts. The last time I bought Chelsea shirts was the Samsung.
Why are you forfeiting the league? Why you've just signed Raheem the Dream and you're about to sign
Haaland is a specimen. I keep telling people that guy will score goals and see there's no tomorrow. And I keep telling people you can't expect me to watch a Premier League match where Haaland is scoring against Nottingham Forest. 5 goals, 4. Fulham.
I'm speaking in Abdullah's mother tongue now. I'll convert to English. Shori Abdullah, Shori Moyen, see that guy. When I watched him play against Honduras when he was like 19, when he scored 9 goals. Did anybody watch that match?
I did.
I mean, then I wasn't a Haaland fan. I was like, what kind of animal is this guy? Now, the context of what Patrick is talking about. What Patrick is talking about is the person who is leaving for Erling Haaland is Gabriel Jesus. Are you telling me that if you had a choice between both of these guys, you would pick Jesus over Erling Haaland? Let's be clear. This is what we're talking about right now because Aguero is not there anymore. So we need a number 9. Jesus was number 9. It was not a question. Now, the Sterling debate is questionable because Sterling does so many things for us, and we know that, right? Yeah. And good luck to Chelsea for having him. But Alvarez can play that position as well. right? And it's yet to be seen if he's going to be that way. But it's an upgrade on the two positions. Maybe selling, maybe the other is debatable, but certainly Haaland and Jesus is an improvement, Patrick. And they
That's true. I'll say that Haaland.
The problem is Man City fans need to understand something. And it has to be clear for them. You are bringing in this man in here. For me, forget about it. You're gonna win so much trouble because this man here, what I love about him, this guy about his mentality.
Yes.
The way this man, I don't know if you guys don't understand this man. That's why I call him a specimen. I've wanted to land a lot in Chelsea for a very long time. When we're gonna get that bomber for Lukaku. Because this man here has a mentality that it's difficult to have that mentality in football right now. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the only player that has that mentality. This man here is a specimen of a goal scorer. And when you give him that chances, it's game over. You are done. Clear. It's over. That's what people need to understand. When Liverpool fans are comparing that cement player to I was like, are you guys smoking something? Nunes to Haaland, there's a levels. The levels is very high. Very, very high to this man here. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried as a fan. I'm going to be watching Premier League man, just enjoying myself and chilling. Because I know when I want to play Man City, I'm already giving up already. Because this man here will kill person. Fulham.
No, don't give up. It's football. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Southampton play high line, game over. Fulham play high line, game over. Liverpool play high line, game over. Henrik Ten Hag play high line in Manchester United, game over. It's over. You have this man here. KDB can pass. You have players that can pass. Mahrez can pass. Foden can pass. So you are giving this guy a passing. He's gonna score goals, and he will come back because you guys need a player that is clinical. And you brought in this man. He's gonna score goals. He's a clinical man. He will score goal. He will.
Okay, let me read the comments here. There's too many comments. Morgan, how you doing, Morgan? Guys, there's about 40 of you now watching. Please like the vid. The guys are cooking. The guys are cooking for you. City needs to bring one more attacker. I don't know what you mean, one more attacker. Maybe we might. We've got Cole Palmer, Markety. That might play left, maybe. Fozzy1 says, I get where he's coming from. It's the work rate you're going to miss. Yeah, Raheem works very hard and backs back. Emmanuel says, we are going to struggle this season. It's clear. I feel a key injury away from fighting to secure third place. My hope is 2023 and 24. Right now, we're gonna slay. What?
Yeah, Abuchi is he's a good friend of mine. He's always on the pessimistic side, which is fine. I mean, everybody has a point of view.
Wait, is he a City fan?
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, Abuchi. Now remember Abuchi? He's a good guy. Good guy.
Yeah. So wait. So he says we might struggle this season if we get one. What injury are you talking about?
Everybody has their opinion, right? That's fine. You know, it's part of the fan base. It's good. It's a good thing.
Oh no. Yeah, go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that I'm scared that we're gonna, fight for third place. I don't worry about that, but the thing is, I'm scared. I am worried if there is a few injuries for the title with Liverpool. That's just one of those things. Maybe we can win a UCL, maybe they can stay fit and come back for the UCL games. But the Premier League, that one, if you get a few injuries, it could be bad. But I just think that listen, we're gonna.
You need to understand something. You're talking about injury. Liverpool can get an injury. They can get injured,
right?
And they can
exactly.
See, Liverpool are just taking players out of not winning the Premier League, the UCL, the League Cup, and the FA Cup. Van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, and I believe one of their midfielders. If those two get injured for me, it's done for Liverpool.
But you know what it is?
You know the funny thing.
And Alexis Becker. Is it those three players? Becker, Van Dijk, and Salah? It's game over for Liverpool.
You know what it is, bro?
I mean, Satya, think about this a minute, right? Think about you as Chiki Begiristain, okay? Okay, let's say Sterling stays and Jesus stays, okay? And you bring in Alvarez, you bring in Haaland, and then you have McAtee, you have Foden, you have Grealish, you have all these guys, right? Somebody's going to be on the bench, and they're not going to be happy, right? You'd rather have a small squad of committed players and solve problems than have a big squad of people who are not happy. And then you're back to square one again because people want to leave because of the World Cup year. Let them go and play. You want to leave? Go play.
But you know what it is as well is that we are, as you just said, it's a World Cup year, and for me, I want to go and at least if there's any year that we've had a big squad, it's this is the year that I want to go for big squad because I look at the players. Most of these players play for big international teams. There'll be some of these guys, unless like shocks happen, and they do happen at World Cups. These guys are going to go far. The Portugal lads, your Cancelo, Diaz, all those guys, Silva, they'll probably go far. Then you got the Brazilians. Then you got the Spanish players. Then you got the English players. So you got all these players that basically start in our 11, going maybe even to the final, to the semis, and then you're saying that, and then you compare it to Liverpool, for example, where not all their players are gonna even go. Robertson isn't even gonna go. Salah isn't even
let
gonna
me share
go.
a secret.
Diaz
Right
isn't
now.
even gonna go.
Let me share a secret, right? Let me share a secret, right? The secret to the league this year is to kill the league by November 1st. Destroy the league by November 1st, right? Blow it away by November 1st. Take the World Cup, come back in December and coast. That's going to be the key. Because the games look at the Champions League. So Champions League literally is supposed to the last game is supposed to end like mid-December, December 12, 13, right? That's match day 6. And then we have the draw for the quarterfinals, round 16, and that kind of mid-December. We finished the Champions League last group game the first week of November, I think at end of October. So September, October, November, 6 weeks or so, all 12 games are going to be there, plus the Premier League games. So between now and then, that's the key. You don't play Champions League again from November through to February, which is plenty of time to recover. So I just trust Guardiola on the board to get this right. For me, it's better to have fresh, hungry young players than keep players that are not happy and not getting game time. You just won't get the best out of them.
So, somebody wrote that in the comments that he would rather have players want to stay. I'll go to Veta in a few minutes. Let me just read more of this. Evening, lads. Evening to you, man. I reckon we will get Nabri. No, Nabri has been, the club has already said a statement through Jack saying, no, Nabri, we need to replace him because with Raheem, you're guaranteed at least 15 goals. Well, Alvarez is good and he can cook, and Haaland, he also guaranteed goals. We'll see what happens, man. Here's Veta. I don't know how he's in two places at the same time. He says, bigger fellas. I don't know how he's here and here. Obviously, that was before. I'm just joking. Hit the like button, guys. As I said, I am heartbroken still about Richarlison leaving. Carl, are you you're Everton fan? Yeah, man. Do you think Richarlison was worth 60? No, I don't think so. Evening to you, Martin, man. Evening to you, Martin. How you doing, man? Respect to you. Go to Martin's channel and follow him, man. Abdullah needs a YouTube channel. Abdullah, can you tell them that you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is the Blue Studio. That's my YouTube channel.
So let me just
Abdullah has got
everyone there. If you want to spend 2-3 hours talking really deep football analysis, okay, across different channels, different fans, Abdullah's channel is one such. This guy is good. I recommend you subscribe to his channel. Dude is good, man. Like Patrick, like Vader, we talk facts and they really enjoy it. We spend 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes on his channel, talking different players and tactic and coaches, really deep stuff. So subscribe to Abdullah's channel.
Yeah, do. I'm giving this particular one to you, better. So, Forzy Ward says, I get where you're coming from. Obviously, that we've got replacements so in Haaland and Alvarez, but he says it's the work rate you're gonna miss. Jesus and Raheem Sterling work rate suited Man City, and these new players will take time to get that. So, what do you think about that, Veta? I'm gonna leave that to you.
So, it may come across like I don't want change with some of my comments on Twitter or sometimes some of the comments within the YouTube channels, but I totally get the football circle of life. I get that we need to bring in new, fresh players, as well as we need to get rid of players that have either aged out or they've exceeded their demand contractually for what they want salary-wise, and both parties need to agree to disagree and move on. I get that cycle. Where I look at things with a Sterling, Jesus being in the mix is the pursuit for this upcoming season. We already knew repeating was crazy difficult. We already knew that. We already knew we were going to be challenged. We actually thought we were going to be challenged by Chelsea and Liverpool, like many of us thought, based off of how the previous season ended. So now going into this season, only one team has three-peated. Manchester United, only one team has three-peated. So we, based off of history, we know how difficult that is to begin with. And then the mad genius, the evil genius, however you want to label him, Pep and his system. Carl's a coach. You know that some players need to get acclimated, need to know what the philosophy, what the theory is. They need to know where they need to be. They need to know how to react during certain situations. And we've seen how some players require a year of just practicing in that kitchen before they're able to cook. They're sous chefs. They're just getting the ingredients right. They're not able to cook properly. They need a full year of training. My nervousness as a Manchester City fan is, and I've said this before, with Jesus and Sterling leaving, I get the football cycle of life. They have to go. But we're going to have Mahrez, age 31, out there only able to play on the right wing. We're going to have Grealish, year 2, trying to do his cook out on the left wing. Let's see if he comes into the midfield. We'll see. And we got Foden, year 4, year 5 for us, right? So he knows the Pep system. Our attackers are then going to be relied on promoted EDS boys, as well as first year Holland, first year Alvarez, to be able to do their thing for a year where we're going after our third potential EPL and our eluded, difficult to hold on and get Champions League that we definitely want. So I say all that knowing that is just what the mix is. So as a fan, I'm a little nervous. Do I doubt that we can do it? No, I don't doubt that we can do it. But that is where if I feel more comfortable,
it's a
that's
fair
all that it
argument
is.
making, bro. It's an absolutely valid and fair argument making. But I will remind you, my brother, will remind you that the only club to get 100 points was City in 17-18 with fresh players, Mendy, Walker, Sane, right? Let's not forget. Edison.
No, I'm not forgetting that. But think of the mix at attack. Think of the mix at attack.
But again, you had Sane, brand new. You had Walker, brand new. You had Mendy, brand new, right? You had these players who were brand new into the squad, and what that does for us.
Talking at attack, though, Carl. At attack.
But it's total football. It's not just attack. It's actually easier to score than it is to build, right? So what that does for us, Theda, is it injects a level of hunger into the squad, dynamism, unpredictability, right? The thrust, the energy of youth. Yeah? And also, it also does one more thing, Theda. It re-energizes Guardiola. Because the last thing you want is to have players who are in the team that he knows he doesn't want anymore, who are stale, who need to leave, and then the club does nothing. With these new players who are coming in, it re-energizes the man to go for another 3 years, right? He rebuilds, he re-energizes. And from a coach's perspective, when you get new players in, they're almost like your new kid, your new child. You want to see what you can do with them, right? So I think it's both sides of the coin. I defer to the more optimistic side, as in I'm excited about Alvarez and Haaland and Pote Cucurella and Calvin Phillips coming in to see what they can do for us. Versus, oh God, we lost Sterling, we lost Jesus.
But here's where so sometimes when we have our exchange, it's just sometimes it's just how you classify it. I'm not pessimistic. So when you say I choose to take the optimistic, being the optimistic one, I'm excited for what we're doing, but the change is where the nervousness is because of just what I pointed out. So I'm not pessimistic, like it's not possible. I'm not looking at it like what we're doing is negative, because again, I understand the cycle. Same way you made reference to our 100-point season. We had Silva, veteran, Mancini, Pellegrini, right? Where
did he play there?
Pardon me?
Where did Silva play? Midfield, right?
Yeah.
Right, like De Bruyne, Bernardo, Gundogan, Rodri. We have legends at the core.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we still had, but even at that time, we still had, what would it have been? It would have been Aguero, who was tried and trusted, right? And then we had Sterling, who would have been year 2 or year 3 for the club, right? Because he was there during Pellegrini. It's the dependence on the first year scoring input, in all fairness, would have only really been Sane with what you described in terms of going to our 100 points. Because the creative aspect point would have been the Silvas, would have been the Mendys, but they're not up front. And again, it's not a negative thing. It's just,
Yeah.
hey, I'm excited to see how it works out, but it's the nervousness that I will always have as a fan, and the differences.
Yeah.
I think we'll crush it.
Yeah.
It's that, and the energy standpoint, especially with your coach's background and seeing you know what you have, and you know the limitations on how you can kind of coach your current players, and now you also have the excitement because you don't know what the limitation is for the new players coming in. So so the Haaland, like, what can we possibly do with Haaland and Alvarez, and having that unknown, I'm excited about and nervous about too. So yeah.
Just for all City fans out there, again, please, tonight is Julian Alvarez's last game for River Plate. I recommend, if you can, watch him. Don't watch the goals. Watch his movement on the ball. Watch what he does. And I think they're going to celebrate him because it's his last game. So the whole stadium's going to clap him for him, and they're going to have something special for him. Kid is good, man. I'm telling you, the kid is good. He's got that eye, the eye of the tiger. I'm just excited about that.
Yeah, let me just speak to the people in the comments. Guys in the comments, I'm sorry I'm not reading your chat. It's just the chat there's too many comments. I can't catch up. There's too many comments. Too many comments. So I appreciate your comments. So it says, what's up, chat and panel? What's up to you, man? We need a Serge me cooking. No, Serge is not coming. Apparently, there are so many trolls on this chat section. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're on the road to 1K. You get trolls in who are interested. So the basic guys who are City fans, I know who they are. So I will read the comments, guys, from day one. We need Serge, Mr. Cook, and I know Serge would be good, but what else can we do? Guys, losing money for Liverpool is more worrying than losing City, losing Sterling. Liverpool have not upgraded without Nunes, but City going up with Haaland. That's a good shout out. Bloodline, how you doing, man? Darwin Nunes is the next Suarez. Come on, let's not get excited. City have no fans. Okay, here's another throw. Now, 4Z says respect. So Pep is not replacing Raheem because he knows Liverpool are not nearly men. Perfect decision for not replacing Raheem. City have failed to three-peat with Sterling and Jesus, and have won. They have to win the UCL with Sterling and Jesus. Stop being scared. This is the best decision. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Somebody says that we failed to win with those two. Yeah, I know. I know.
But we failed to win a three-peat with the players that are still here too. Like, stop doing that. Stop doing that.
You guys should have never won the Premier League. That was a handball by Rodri. Bloodline is Liverpool fan. I think he's still hurting. Okay, so FSR says we don't know yet. So guys, I'm going to go first of all to Adam. Adam, you've been quiet. Before we move on, right? What do you expect to see? What's next in the window, Mr. Adam?
Cucurella.
Oh, just like that, Cucurella.
Yeah, so
Patrick, you know the Liverpool fans that are coming here is probably because of me.
I know. I can see. That thing is not stopping. It's still going on till now. It's not stopping. This is what happens once you start something.
What did you do, man? Adam, what did you do, man? What's going on?
It's on 1,305 likes. It's been retweeted 324 times, and the comments keep coming, and people are bashing each other. People are abusing each other. It's not going to stop. This is the reason why when I posted that picture on the chat, I never went to Twitter, because I knew it was going to cause this sort of destruction. So it's gone bad. G-certified. Go ahead, Vetter.
Adam has this uncanny mutant ability to trigger rivals. I don't know if he spends time on how he writes his tweets or puts them together, but he triggers them like it's nothing. It's wild.
So good. There's a question for you here. Somebody wants you to answer them. One of the subscribers.
Yeah, find us at Pitch Point. We're there. Myself, Patrick, Vader. We're always there, and Adam, of course, and the Certified. We're always there. We talk more.
Pitch Points, right? Yeah, right now Pitch Points is linked, so you can also go to the link of Pitch Points. It's right there. It's linked also.
Talk more Champions League. We do live reporting from the stadium of the Champions League, by the way. So if you want to take a look at that, you can always do that. But yeah, we all work together to get things done.
Okay, Let Love, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Share watching live from South Korea. Wow, South Korea. Wow, welcome to the channel. I think this guy, this person, I want to say guy, this individual subscribed yesterday. Remember live? The new subscriber. So from South Korea, big up to you, man. Superman City will continue to dominate and world football for centuries, and we are building a lasting dynasty. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. That's a good. Bless you. They are hunting over me. Clearly, man, they're hurting. Yeah, bless you. They're hurting over money. Clearly, yeah, they are hurting. Martin, you're right. Bloodline for life. Don't embarrass yourself. So yeah, that's okay, guys. Let me go to okay. Go ahead, Deveta.
Yeah, I want to say something. Carl and guys, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but usually in the world of sports, if you or even in politics and just being in the public, if you have bad news, you tend to post it Friday at 5 o'clock. Like if you're letting somebody go, or if you have bad publicity, it happens on a Friday. If something's good and you want promotion and you want interactions and you want engagement, you do that on a Monday. I just noticed because I was away on holiday, and our player announcements, big news, happens early in the week. And I found it really interesting for Salah's contract extension, the breaking the salary or wage structure to have happened on a Friday. I thought it was really odd in like as a rival City fan looking at this. Why was it released on a Friday? Did you guys put any thought to that?
Maybe it's not good news.
I don't know. I don't know why to say this on a Friday.
I'm just kidding.
So look. What Jason? What do you want to say?
Yeah, I was just saying he was right, man. It's not good news in my head, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just wanted to say also, man, that I agreed with what Vale was saying before we start talking about this stuff. I think that for me this season, I am confident in this team, and I'm very confident. But yeah, I am expecting at least obviously another fullback. Cucurella, I guess, would be the guy. But now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure if we need to go and get a winger because I've been hearing last season. You guys remember? But last season, we don't have the squad depth. We need to address this. And now what we're doing. I don't want to be hearing. If we go into the summer like this and one of our players, God forbid, touch wood, if one of our players gets injured, I don't want to be hearing about squad depth because we should have addressed it. We sold 2 of our players, so this has to be on us. Whatever happens this season, this has to be on us. If we lose, it has to be on us. If we win, then we say it was nothing to complain about. But if we lose games, it's not lose games, but lose trophies. It's just I don't know, man. I just thought we had the perfect team, to be honest. I really did. And I still do think we've got the perfect team, but I just thought that it reminded me of the 18-19, the way we were stacked and ready. But yeah.
And let me also say this. I'm gonna be. I didn't do this on my show because I had the interaction, but I'm gonna do it here and probably do it in depth when I do another show. But I'll be completely honest with you guys. As a fan, it's always been this way. I think it's human nature. We like to see people like ourselves performing. I like to see people that look like me on the team. And that is less and less in this Manchester City team right now. So forgive me for being so reluctant to let Sterling, my Jamaican brother, go.
And now we know. Now we know why.
All right, so forgive me, guys. Forgive me. He's going, and then Jesus is going too. And
the truth came out.
That's part of it.
We've had many debates about this, but I do understand it. I do see it.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. So there you, Emmanuel. It's pitch points. It's right there. The channels are linked, so you can go to the other one. You can link it by just clicking. So there's a comment here. It says, "Yes, Patrick, mate. Big ups. Great seeing you on Rick Sports last night, and also on the panel with me on Stuntman Stuffs. Yeah, how you doing now, man? Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Welcome to my humble abode. This is where I reside most of the times. When I'm done trolling people on Twitter, this is where I sit back and be serious with football. There's a guy who is still trolling in the comments. He's having a lovely time. I can see Vera, do not worry. Liverpool fans are panicking because they didn't get a midfielder, and a big percentage don't trust Nunes to replace Origi, Mane. Yeah, they also lost Origi. Origi was
Yeah.
was the what you call that, plan B for Klopp. Also, the midfield is injury prone. Yeah, Thiago always gets injured. That's true. Yeah, geez, Super Man City got the best or the best of the best. Phillips,
That's true.
Ortega, my guy, Alvarez, Haaland will smash it big time for the
Question to
next
Man
10
City
years.
fans.
And Alvarez and Haaland will definitely go ahead.
Let me come to Patrick and other guys and Carl too, because I've watched this other guy. Do you guys think Pep will favor these other guys ahead of Ederson? Because this guy is a short stopper and is very good one-on-one. Unlike Ederson, which can a little bit not good one-on-one. Do you guys think Pep will favor this guy more?
So, I mean, this is a very good question that you ask, Abdullahi, because I'm glad you're asking it here. My opinion, and Patrick can certainly chime in, is that because what Edison offers us in terms of distributing the ball,
yeah,
right, and it's clearly light years ahead of Ortega, I think Edison starts. If we get to the point where Edison is not shot stopping and his distribution is poor, then Pep will probably bring Ortega in for the Premier League games. But I think Ortega is a cup keeper. I think that's what he's meant to be. Edison's just a freak, man. He's just a freak. I shared some data around his distribution percentages a couple of months ago, and
that guy should be a midfielder. It's not even a goalkeeper.
That guy should be midfielder.
That's I think that's the issue at City, that Edison is very good with his feet. Then you bring somebody else, it's very difficult for them to get in, because unless you're very good with your feet like Edison, or I always say that even if you're a closer percentage and then you're a better shortstopper than him, maybe you'd take his position, but you have to be very close, a small percentage for you to be close. So let me ask you
a question, Patrick. Have you ever seen Edison get pressed and concede a goal? I've never seen it in 5 years. It's never happened.
No.
Never. So
you are right. I bought it from Nigeria, a Nigerian store. Yeah, this is an agreeable.
Yeah, he is, Emmanuel. You've copped in. So, guys, before we close up, I'm just going to let the guys shout out their channels. Except Carl, who you can find him on my channel and on his channel. Both our channels just belong to each other at this point, to be honest. So, Carl, I'll leave you for the end. Let's start with Abdullahi. Where can these lovely people find you?
Yeah, on Twitter it's Toplusfresh, TOPLUSFRESH10. On Instagram, same thing. On Facebook, same thing. On my YouTube account is The Blue Studio. Just write The Blue Studio, you're gonna see me like my pictures and the name of my channel there. So I talk much about Chelsea and mostly about all football sport. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and also support Patrick and Carl YouTube channel, and also better. So guys, we're kind of doing some with different than Terry and that bad manager. So we're a little bit different. We have Shoko now, a little bit different. So like the
good man. What about yourself, Ed, my guy? Shout out to the people, man. Tell them where they can find you and
you can find me on Vader Games TV. Just do that search real quick into YouTube. Vader Games on Twitter, Vader Games on IG, although I'm not very active there yet. But yeah, man, I do a channel once a week, sometimes twice if I'm lucky. And definitely when the season kicks in, it's gonna be crazy. But I gotta show why always me. I share my perspective. I try not to echo anything. It's just me talking to the camera. So hope you enjoy it. So it's often a different perspective, and interact with me. Help me. I am 14 away from hitting that century mark. So do your part. Let the channel grow. And much love. Much love.
Why are you listening? Are you Balotelli now? So then becoming Balotelli. They pull up the shirt and say, why are you listening?
Yeah, he's got the Why Always Me program. Don't you know it? What about
I'm back.
Okay, cool. What about you, G? Where can they find you? Are you gonna bring back your spaces?
Yeah, man, I'll bring them back when the season starts. For me, just on Twitter, G Certified, and make sure you follow the guys, man, on the YouTube and help them grow, man. And yeah, at the minute we're doing a fantasy Premier League, little league thing, private league. So if you just follow us, I can send the code. We've got 50 people already, so big up for the love for that. And yeah, I'm not sure, guys. Do you guys want to also get involved? I know Patrick's already said that he's going to get involved, but like Veda, Kyle, Blues, do you want me to send you the Adam? Do you guys want me to send you the code after this?
You can send them. You can send Kyle.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Patrick.
Send it to me.
Send it. You can send Kyle and Patrick. I will kind of join from.
Is there a rule that Manchester City fans can't have Liverpool fans?
No, it's just
sorry.
basically.
Is there a rule that Manchester City fans can't have Liverpool players?
No, it's just literally so different. So it's not just Man City fans, and it's like loads of different fans, and you get a maximum. You have to pick a team out of 15, and you can only get a maximum of 3. So I've got 3 City players, 3 Liverpool players, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go full shopping. What
That's
about
hype.
yourself, Adam? Adam, where can they find you? And I know you're heading back to Twitter to answer for your crimes because your tweet is now on 1,350.
My name's there on the thing, but if you can't find it, it's Manchester Blue without the E19. You see me entertaining people and pissing off Liverpool fans, which I do the best.
Okay, cool. So what about yourself, my guy, Gundo?
Yeah, man. Just check me out, Gondolorian on Twitter, and then Pitch Points on YouTube. I just shared with you guys an interesting article about Barcelona. Just broke recently. They cannot sell Frankie de Jong because
Is it that broadcast club?
Oh
I'm
my
talking about
God.
them.
because
talking
they
about them
held
today.
up by 17 million pounds deferred wage debt. I mean, geez, what kind of a club is this for crying out loud?
Yo, this club is killing me, man.
I love
It's a banter club. Fozi says you're a criminal, Adam. What you have done today is criminal. So, guys, as always, for me, you can find me on the True City Fan channel. Let's get to 1K. We are now sitting at 500 and what are we sitting on? I forgot. We're now sitting on. I don't even know why I'm updating.
Over 800 the last time I checked.
Yeah, I was on 800, but I'm trying to update people so that the people can. Okay, now we have moved away from 840. We are now on 865. So we're getting there. So thank you guys for the support. Let's keep going. There was about 70 people today in the chat. I'm pretty sure a majority of it is because you came for Adam to kill him. Most of the Liverpool fans, but you've ended up subscribing and you've ended up becoming friends. One of you apologized for throwing. This is what it is. We are very influential here. We will show you love until you start loving us and you come back next time. So guys, that's it. That's enough of us. All I can say is, as G Certified is crying the rest of this evening for the tears of Raheem. I already cried for Raheem last week. So for me, it's just goodbye. Big Morgan, shout out to you, Emmanuel, everybody, Fozi, everybody in the comment. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for in the channel, but let's not make this a sad soap opera ending. Let's just say goodbye and see you next time.
I'll say about Broke FC and Raheem Sterling. Join us.
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, you can also join on Abdullah's channel where he's going to. Yeah, he's gonna talk about Raheem. He's gonna twerk for him. I'm pretty sure you're gonna buy his jersey now since he's coming to you guys.
I'm not buying that 3 UK jersey. What the heck? Nah, I'm not buying that jersey. Never. I even thought about Tesla. I was getting my money to buy Tesla. And those bombers, I'm not buying any jersey.
Abdullah, you're funny. Anyway, bye to you guys, man. Bye. Bye.